Hey, Chiefs fans! There's been a lot of buzz around the web recently, and I'm here to tell you all about it. But first, comment below. Go Chiefs! Let's find out who the Chiefs fans are, and make sure to hit the like button. Now for the news! Imagine being in the middle of Arrowhead, under the spotlight, with the crowd roaring, and suddenly, Xavier Worthy runs 40 yards, untouched, cutting through defenders like he's been doing it for years. But here's the kicker. He hasn't done it in years. He's just getting started, and now, after an explosive rookie season, the buzz around this young star is reaching a whole new level. Juju Smith-Schuster, a guy who knows what it takes to shine under pressure, is seriously praising Worthy's name. But it's not just admiration. It's a bold prediction. According to Juju, what did we see in 2024? That was just the teaser. The real Xavier Worthy is yet to come. This isn't just locker room hype. Worthy's numbers last season were nothing short of phenomenal. 101 touches, 1,037 yards from scrimmage, and 12 touchdowns. He didn't miss a single game. Not one. He appeared in every regular season matchup and every playoff contest, proving he's ready to fight. Rewind to Week 4. The Chiefs' wide receiver room looked like a triage unit. Rashee Rice and Hollywood Brown were out with injuries, and someone needed to step up. Worthy wasn't just someone. He was the guy. He became a vital piece of Patrick Mahomes' offense, not just filling in, but stepping up. And now, with Juju and Worthy taking off-season reps together in Texas, the stakes are only getting higher. Juju isn't holding back when he talks about Worthy. He hasn't reached his full potential, he says. And if that doesn't send chills down the spine of opposing defensive coordinators, it should. Worthy, already a deep threat, is working on becoming more lethal in the intermediate game. That's right. He's adding layers to an already dangerous arsenal. And with Rice on the road to recovery, Brown back healthy and re-signed, and complementary weapons like Sky Moore, Nico Remigio, and Smith-Schuster himself, we're talking about one of the deepest, most dynamic receiver rooms Mahomes has had since his MVP run. Now let's pivot to the war room drama, the NFL Draft. Chiefs Kingdom knows Brett Veach doesn't sit still when it's time to pick. Since taking the GM role, he's never traded down. Never. And the 2025 draft looks like it might be another classic Veach chess move. One of the most talked about scenarios involves the Minnesota Vikings. They've only got 4 picks this year. Just 4. Kansas City? Double that. The Vikings' next pick after number 24 isn't until 97. That's a canyon-wide gap. And the Chiefs, currently at pick 31, are eyeing a jump. Not just to shake things up, but to leapfrog teams like Houston, Baltimore, and Buffalo, all AFC contenders, who might target the same positions Kansas City is circling. Think about it. Last year, Veach pulled off a slick trade to grab Worthy. The year before, a surgical move to land Trent McDuffie, who, by the way, is now a cornerstone of the defense and facing a pivotal contract year. Every draft move has been part of a bigger plan, and with whispers of a position run at offensive tackle or defensive line late in the first round. Don't be surprised if Veach pulls the trigger early to lock in another game-changer. Back to McDuffie for a moment. He's become more than just a name on the roster. He's a foundational piece. Drafted in 2022 alongside George Karlaftis, McDuffie helped catapult the Chiefs into 3 straight Super Bowl appearances. And now, with his 5th-year option on the table, worth $13.6 million, there's a decision looming. Will the Chiefs secure their defensive anchor long-term? McDuffie hopes so. He's clear. He wants to stay. He loves this team. And he's letting his agent handle the numbers. But he also knows the NFL is a business. He's not chasing headlines. He's focused on the grind. If they want to sign me, I would love to. If they don't, there's nothing but love for Kansas City, he says. That's maturity. That's leadership. And it's exactly why he needs to stay in red and gold for years to come. All right, Chiefs Kingdom, we've unraveled the first half of this story. Xavier Worthy's rise, the draft day drama brewing behind the scenes, and McDuffie's future hanging in the balance. It's all heating up. But what do you think? Is Worthy ready to explode in 2025? Should the Chiefs trade up again in the first round? And what about McDuffie? Do you lock him in long term? Drop your takes in the comments. And here's where things get even more compelling. Picture this. Xavier Worthy, a second-year breakout on the horizon, seamlessly integrating into an offense that might be more loaded than any we've seen since the early Mahomes era. The coaching staff is buzzing. The front office sees the vision. But the key? Chemistry, trust, timing. All of that is being built in the off-season, down in Texas, far from the cameras. When Juju Smith-Schuster speaks, you listen, not just because of what he's accomplished, but because of the weight of his words in a locker room filled with talent. His belief in Worthy isn't casual praise, it's a declaration. This is a player he's grinding with, watching film with, running routes with, and he's betting on him to be the X factor in 2025. Juju knows this league doesn't wait for you to be ready. You either rise or fade. Worthy? He's rising. Now zoom out and think about the bigger picture. The NFL is all about windows. Championship. Windows, contract windows, draft windows. The Chiefs? They've mastered the art of keeping their window open. That's not just Mahomes and Reed. It's the relentless drafting and development pipeline. And it's why this year's draft is so much more than just about adding depth. Brett Veach doesn't make moves to stay in place. He makes moves to leap forward. Every mock draft trying to pin Kansas City to an offensive tackle or a safe pick misses the point. The Chiefs don't follow trends. They set them. That urgency we mentioned earlier, it's real. Whether it's a run on tackles, edge rushers, or even corners if Veach sees his guy slipping toward pick 24, 25, 26, you can bet the phone lines are heating up. And let's talk strategy. Trading up with a team like the Vikings, who desperately need to recoup picks, makes total sense. It's a move that not only gives the Chiefs first dibs on a potential future star, but also blocks rivals like Houston, Baltimore, or Buffalo from landing impact players that could shift the AFC power balance. That's more than just roster building. That's warfare. Remember what happened in 2022? The Chiefs leapfrogged Buffalo to grab McDuffie. The Bills had to pivot and take Kaiir Elam instead. That ripple effect? It still echoes. McDuffie turned into a foundational piece. Elam's journey? Not quite the same. That's the impact of draft day precision. And Veach is lining up his next shot. So, Chiefs fans, it's your turn. Do you want to see Veach make another draft day splash? Who's the player you're hoping falls to 24, or who's worth trading up for? Should McDuffie be extended now, or do you wait? And what are your expectations for Xavier Worthy in 2025? Can he be the breakout star of the league? Drop a like. If you're fired up for the draft, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss a single update on your Kansas City Chiefs. Go Chiefs!